Hey guys, welcome to Wanderlusting Lawyer and to today's video of the week. Normally these are shorter videos where I just give a quick and dirty answer to a question that, somebody who is planning his or her first Camino pilgrimage may be wondering. Today this video is a little bit more applicable to any pilgrim, even if you've traveled before or walked the Camino before, but maybe you haven't traveled at this particular time. So my question today is it worth arriving in or being in Santiago on July 25th, which is St. James Day? So this is the day that St. James, who inspired the Camino de Santiago pilgrimage, he is celebrated in, I think, all of Spain, but certainly in Santiago de Compostela, July 25th. No matter where that falls in the week. Here in America, oftentimes we shift our holidays to be a Monday, usually sometimes a Friday, so we can get a longer weekend. But in Spain, it just is when it falls. When I arrived in Santiago in 2018, I believe St. James Day was either a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I can't remember, but middle of the week, and a lot of people have off to celebrate. So I was really excited actually about the prospect of arriving for this day, and it actually helped structure my Camino and figure out when I needed to leave and how long I was going to take to get there. And I think, if you leave around like June 19th, 20th, 21st, you're going to be, if you leave from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port or Roncesvalles, you're going to be walking with a lot of people that's their goal is to be in Santiago for the 25th, but actually trying to get there at least by the 24th. Because on July 24th at midnight, there's a big fireworks show. And so basically in the square of the cathedral, if you get in before, I think it's like 9:30 or 10 p.m., then you get to be there for this really cool light show that they do on this side of the cathedral. The problem is you won't be able to leave there for the next I think 3.5 hours. I don't know if there are restrooms. I don't know if there are food or drinks. So you really have to be ready to stay there for a couple hours. We didn't want to do that. We wanted a little bit more flexibility of movement. So we went to a nearby park to watch the fireworks. But obviously everyone in the city had the same idea. And we were perched on the side of a hill that was like this. And if you tumbled off, you were going to fall super far, but you were going to fall kind of far enough onto the sidewalk below. So that was a little scary. We should have gotten there earlier, but it was a lot of fun. There were tons of people there enjoying the fireworks show was really spectacular. It's over the top of the cathedral, so you can imagine, what that looks like. So I would say it's definitely worth it to get there if that's the kind of experience that you're going to find joyful as you finish your Camino. Being with tons of other people, not just other pilgrims, but really a whole city. Tourists come in too, but a whole city is ready to celebrate St. James and the Camino de Santiago. Now, on the other hand, if you've just finished your Camino, and even in the last bit where it gets as crowded as it's going to be from Sarria, now you're arriving in a city that normally is a pretty busy city, but it is absolutely packed. And so that might, be something that you find actually makes you kind of feel uncomfortable or is not the way you want to finish this spiritual or whatever kind of journey that you've been on. So that's something to keep in mind. It's just going to be super crowded, super busy. So you got to decide whether you want that vibe for the end or not. Also, you want to make sure you reserve way ahead of time. There were a couple people that I was walking on and off with that hadn't reserved, and they almost ended up without a bed. I think in the end, they all found something, but this is something you definitely want to reserve ahead. I'm talking at least 4 to 6 weeks. So just trust, if I need to get there by the 24th, that you'll get there then. Maybe be a little flexible if that means you have to take a bus or a taxi at some point, or what I did, I was kind of further than I had taken, I think 1 extra rest day or something. And then my last week, I was walking extra long days, but I actually loved it. I didn't want to stop walking those days. That's when my body, my mind, everything finally hit that magic kind of like symbiosis, if you will, where everything is working together, everything's feeling good, and I just want to keep going. So it ended up working out perfectly for me. I loved getting there the 24th and celebrating St. James Day. I don't think I would do it again though, unless I was with somebody that really wanted to see it, but once was enough for that experience for me. But anyway, I hope that's helpful, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I guess I assume that they're still doing the celebration. Maybe they had put it on pause during COVID. So if you know, if you're near Santiago or if you've been there that time, let us know if it's happened the past couple of years. Again, my experience was in 2018, and hopefully they'll be doing it this year. All right, great guys. Thanks, and buen camino.